cheat based on what your mom is doing, does it mean that you can also support your mom to cheat when your dad is misbehaving?
No.
You see,
No, listen.
This is where the problem comes. This is where the problem comes. You see, man, when your dad is cheating and you feel like the responsibility is coming from your mom, or your mom is lacking one or two things that he has to do, that's why you have the right to support your dad. But when your dad is also misbehaving, or when your dad is not giving your mom what she needs, you cannot support your mom.
Listen, no. You know,
are you saying no, guys, listen. Ekua Ntsiful, and once again, you're welcome back to my channel. So I'm a Ghanaian-based YouTuber. I blog about lifestyle, fitness, and practical experiences that inspire people. Hello, wonderful people out there. This is your Ekua Ntsiful, and once again, you're welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to spill everything. We are going to give it to you hot. Today I'm going to have a very special person on my channel today, and we are going to discuss about a very critical topic. I don't know if you were a lady or you were a gentleman in the house living with your dad and your mom, and you support your dad in case your dad is doing, cheating on your mom. So drum rolling for my brother. And so I don't want to introduce him because he doesn't actually like me introducing him and what he does.
It's Freddie Grandian. Yeah. Yes. I'm a graphic designer, video editor, and also an online marketer.
Do you support your dad if your dad is cheating on your mom?
Oh no, there are different kind of this thing. What is happening in the house in the first place. As a man, men we have so much priorities. Like, it is a man. Yeah. You know what is ahead because you are the head of the family.
Oh wow, okay.
So that one, yeah, it's not like you just wake up and say, oh, today I just feel like cheating on my wife and all of that. I'm sure there should be something that is happening in the house, that, okay, you've been saying it and maybe the woman is not listening and every other thing, so you have to look on the other side of the way.
But at the end of the day, we are talking about your mom that has given birth to you. How bad would the situation be for you to support your dad to cheat on your mom?
Oh, Nana, this thing is a simple thing. Because let's say,
why are you saying cheating?
You have to forget it.
Cheating is simple. Cheating is not simple.
She's not actually doing, or she's not actually giving in to my dad like she's supposed to. Sometimes I know that normally women get fed up, with these house duties and taking care of the kids and going to the market and all of that. But when it comes to sometimes, as a man, you derive some one or two things from your wife, and when you don't get it, for example, sex is not something that you really have to deny your husband. You understand?
Yeah.
So when it gets to that point, I personally might not know what is going on between them. You understand? But it depends on how free I am with my dad. You're like, oh, dad, what is going on?
But it doesn't matter how free you are with your dad. It doesn't warrant you to support your dad to cheat on your mom.
No. It's just like, me too, I'm a man that I'm going to get married. You understand?
Yeah.
What my mom is doing, if what she's doing to my dad is not really okay, if another woman do it to me, do you think I would just sit there when I just, talk, lambas and everything, nothing is going the way I thought it would? I have to look the other way.
When I see your face, I don't like you.
If you understand this kind of thing.
Listen, guys, nobody will actually understand the fact that your mom, your dad is cheating on your mom, and you will sit down there and then you support your dad to do that. I don't know. There are some girls out there who are able to go to the extent of supporting their dad to cheat on their own mom just because of something that they are getting from their dad. But I feel like men actually support this bad behavior than women. I don't know. So comment down below, let me know if you've been in such a situation before. Be because your dad supports you and gives you everything that you need. That is why you think you can support your dad to cheat on your mom.
What my dad is doing, when my mom gets to know about it, it's going to hurt her. You understand? Oh, let's say I need something really bad, and it happens that my dad can give it to me, and I know what my dad is doing. So let's say before we even go and support my dad, I want to know the reason why my dad is doing this. You understand? Then he put it straight to me like, oh, my son, your mother, your mother right now, she is not, every time it's work, she wants to do this, she wants to go here, she's thinking about all of that and everything.
Lord of Jesus.
I mean, man, I understand how he feels. I understand how he's
So
feeling.
do you think you understand your dad, what your dad is going through, than what your mom is going through?
So if I go to my mom and be like, okay, ma, even though it might be embarrassing to her for her to explain to me, because women, and I just go to her and say, oh, okay, ma, this is what this is the complaint daddy has been complaining about. Is it true? Is it? And she came up with some, okay, women, I will handle it, don't worry, me and your father, and still the same thing. What do I have to do? I just have to keep going. Since I'm getting my small challenge.
If I hear you open your buccal cavity, you will be hospitalized.
So at the end of the day, your own part is for the two of you to be responsible to you. If you agree to the fact that your dad can cheat based on what your mom is doing, does it mean that you can also support your mom to cheat when your dad is misbehaving?
No.
You know, feel tell me the truth.
You see,
No, listen.
This is where the problem comes. This is where the problem comes. You see, man, when your dad is cheating and you feel like the responsibility is coming from your mom, or your mom is lacking one or two things that he has to do, that's why you have the right to support your dad. But when your dad is also misbehaving, or when your dad is not giving your mom what she needs, you cannot support your mom.
Listen, no. Are you saying
no, guys,
listen.
This has nothing to do with biblical.
No,
a man has the right to cheat, but a woman doesn't have the right to cheat.
I am not saying a man has the right.
No, so what I am saying is, if your dad is not satisfying your mom, or your dad is not doing something right to make your mom very happy.
I can't really say, oh, I'm supporting my mom to cheat on my dad.
That is the problem that I have with you. If it is your dad, that way you have the right.
You yourself look at it.
You have the right to support your dad to cheat on your mom. But you will not support your mom to cheat.
It even sounds some way to even think, for a woman to even think of, oh, okay, I want to cheat.
Thanking him for the word so sweet.
On my husband, because how would you even feel?
The right that you have as a man, that your wife is not satisfying you or giving you what you need, guys, for you to feel like I'm a woman and I'm married and I'm okay. That one, the woman doesn't have the right to demand or request for what she needs to be happy. But if the man doesn't have something that will make him happy, that one he has the right to go and cheat.
Well, it's still the same thing. This thing still take us back to the same
this
thing.
one, I just have to take a sip on this one. I disagree.
If I will still have to ask my mom, right? Oh, okay, mom, what is going on? I'm saying some things which I am not really proud of myself. So, okay, this is what your dad is doing. Your dad is doing this, your dad is doing that. Well, she can't really come forth and say, oh, your dad is not really satisfying me on bed and everything. It
would be very difficult for a mother to come and tell
me that kind of stuff. Yeah. So at least you owe me some one or two explanations, because I won't find any reason for her going out to do that kind of dirty thing.
Okay.
So because it is not even in a place for a woman to go and cheat on the husband.
But it is in a place for a man to go and cheat.
It's just like nature.
No, but it is in a man's place to go and cheat when his wife is not giving him what he wants. But it doesn't sound right when a woman is not being provided or satisfied as a married woman to go and cheat. Listen,
so
I am not agreeing. Listen,
why won't she divorce?
So are you saying no? Listen, are you saying that your mom should divorce your dad? Are you being serious right now?
Better than her going to cheat on him.
So if that is the case, then tell your dad that if my mom is not satisfying you, if my mom is not giving you what will make you happy, then it is better you divorce my mom and go and marry another person or go and cheat.
So what if my mom doesn't want a divorce?
Then what? I think you have to leave it for the two of them to deal with their own situation. Than you supporting your dad to. If your dad doesn't know, if you don't know what to do as a child, to me, I will advise my mom to leave the marriage, or my dad to leave the marriage, than to go and cheat. You understand? There's a difference between maybe separating. To me, I won't even agree or advise my dad to go and divorce my mom just because my dad is not happy or he's not getting what he wants. You understand?
The problem is consistent. For so many years or so many months, this has been going on. You understand? And I get to know about it just recently. And my dad was, okay, my son, this is the problem, or this is what is going on. This is what your mom and I have, and this is the reason why I am doing this. I've tried to talk to her. She doesn't want to listen. She will only make up for just a day, and then she won't do anything about it, and then it continues like that. I go to ask my mom, okay, mom, this is what daddy is saying. Why? Maybe, as a mother, she wants to put everything in front of you.
That's true.
She wants to say, oh, don't worry, I'll handle it with your mom, I'll handle it with your dad and everything. And then still, time or days pass by, still the same thing. If you're a guy, what would you have done? Would you go and tell your mom that, oh, dad is cheating on you? And this, I can't do that. I'm actually separating them. Okay, I tell my dad, oh, daddy, this is the thing, no. Even what you're doing is not fair. If you want to divorce her, you guys should sit down and talk. It won't be my happiness for you to divorce my mom. But this whole thing is like, it's a married thing. We are just kids. Yeah. But we don't know how many sacrifices they've already sacrificed together too. But I'm not saying that I am going to support my dad. But if I know that my dad is cheating on my mom, and I know it's my mom's fault, I will not tell my mom that my dad is cheating. That one day I will not do it.
Why won't you do that?
Because I can see where the fault is coming from. And it won't be from me in my mouth.
But you know something, I understand you. But guys, there's a lot of women who are married and they are living with their husbands and they are living in a very dark corner. What women make is that we don't actually come out with the exact problem that we are going through. Sometimes women are able to, condone certain things.
Yeah.
You understand? For all you know, there are certain marriages that are hanging there just because the lady has actually discovered a secret about the man, but she's not able to open up to the man. You understand? Right. And sometimes even for the woman to be able to open up and tell the husband that this is the problem, everybody knows that it's going to be a big situation. It's an issue. You understand? So they would rather keep it to themselves than to open up. You understand? For all you know, the woman might not be able to say that, oh, your father cheated on me and then I caught him. Yeah. You understand? But it is sometimes unfair when men are able to say everything that they feel like it will liberate them.
No, it is how we are. It is not like we want to be like that, but that is how.
That is how you are. You understand? I understand the fact that is how you are. But a woman is always protecting the family. Women always protect.
Yeah,
you understand?
Want to keep things in,
but in as much as the man is maltreating, the man is abusing, the man is actually abusing psychologically, emotionally, and physically, the woman is still protecting. You understand? Yeah. That is the problem that I think some women have, and it is normal. In as much as it is natural for you men to do whatever you feel like you are a man, so you have the right to do. It is the same thing that women also feel like they have the right to protect their family. You understand? For me, I don't think I will even tell my dad to go and divorce my mom, no matter the situation. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman, and I want my family to be together no matter what. You understand? I would prefer if they separate, my mom stays on her own and my dad stays on himself. You understand? Then I know that at least there's a separation, that they are working things out. You understand? Because at the end of the day, you can't tell your dad in an African home, you can't tell your dad to do what you as a child want your dad to do. You understand? But as a woman, I can tell my mom that, oh, mom, this, that, I think if you do it this way, it will be better. You understand? But I think some men, when like for yourself, they are able to support their mom or their dad to do whatever they feel like it is the right thing for them to do. The fact that you were a man, remember, you were a man. Someday you also get married.
Yeah.
You understand? You also get married. So what if you have an issue, then your son supports your mom instead of supporting you?
Okay.
How are you going to feel?
It's something like, I am a man and I understand. I will understand my mom's feeling and I will understand my dad's feelings too. Definitely, I won't just hear from my dad and then, I will jump into conclusion. I'll still have to hear from my mom's side. Okay, this and this. Then I'll weigh which one is much heavier. You understand? And if the fault is coming from my mom, I know that my dad is cheating. For that, I'm still saying it again. I will not go and tell my mom, because sometimes women, it's in their head. When they hear about it, their reaction is somehow.
They are going to react towards it. For that one, I agree. For that, I agree with you with the fact that you are not telling your mom about it, because for all you know, you might not know. Even if you go and tell your mom at that very moment, your mom might collapse and die. You understand?
And I don't want to lose my mom.
Yes, and you don't want to lose your mom. I agree with you perfectly. But what I'm saying is that you still don't have to support your dad to cheat.
No. The reason why I'm saying supporting my dad is like me not telling my mom. It's like, I know the truth, but I'm not telling my mom. You understand? And
so what then are you doing about it?
What can I do? The only thing is, mom, maybe I might try in a different language to be, to be saying things, but not directly like,
yeah, but you know what? In this same case, there's a situation whereby, like, the last time you were talking about this whole thing, whereby I am able to support you to do something that, if it were to be me, I won't be happy. Or maybe if you have more than 2 girlfriends, I will be able to like help you to maybe cheat on the other. When the person is coming, I will say, this person is coming, or something like that. But I wouldn't allow myself to be cheated on. You understand? It's the same way, because sometimes I feel like when we are not in the situation, we feel like when we are not in the situation, we feel like it is okay. But the moment you put yourself in the situation, you will also feel like, no, it is not as I thought it was. If I am the woman and you are the man, and if your son comes to tell you that or doing that, but she said it's because of this, because of that, how are you also going to feel?
Oh, definitely. I won't only feel angry. Rage.
What did you say?
Rage will enter me. Like, I go want to strangle my daughter first before I go strangle them more, even though my daughter is innocent.
Alright guys, so this is what we are debating on. What will you do if your dad is cheating on your mom, or your mom is cheating on your dad? Are you going to open up to your mom? Are you going to open up to your dad? And if you were a lady and your dad is cheating on your mom, will you support your mom or you support your dad? And if you were a guy and your mom is cheating, will you support your mom to go on and cheat, or you go and open up to your dad? And even if you go and open up to your dad or to open up to your mom, and your mom is not able to handle it properly, and then the marriage actually breaks and you spoil your home or your family, who is supposed to be blamed? I feel like you have to do a part 2 of this.
Oh yeah, we really have to.
We really have to do a part, because mostly men feel like they understand their fathers, and women also feel like they understand their mothers. So in this case, a woman is supporting the mom, and then the son is also supporting the dad. Is it really right to support anybody? Alright, so this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you like. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Anyway guys, so my very good friend is also premiering his new song. It's called Shame on You. It's everywhere on iTunes, YouTube, on social media, everywhere you go. So just check him out on Mawuli Empire on Instagram and Twitter. It's a banger. It's my number 1 playlist currently, and it's really nice. So if you're a young girl, a young woman who is talented, and you are going through a whole lot of things to bring, your talent out and then you are facing any challenge, I feel like it's a good song for you to go and listen. Alright guys, so today I have my brother here in the building. So I don't want to introduce him because he doesn't actually like me introducing him and what he does. So we will leave him to introduce himself. So introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's good to have me. Anyway.
Them say my body sound like Timaya, make I don't sound like my